Hi guys, I don't have any tarot cards this time, obviously, because I'm outside, but I'm thinking of just rolling one off the chest, so we'll see how that goes. Today's topic is fear as an anchor, and what I mean by that is when you are in a flow state in life, and flow state could even just be certain aspects of your life, like maybe creatively you have a good flow going, or maybe in a relationship, in a friendship, maybe in career, like something like that. And then there could be multiple flows in your life, or like there could be stagnancy in one life, and XYZ, I'll get to it. But how fear is like an anchor that is just kind of spontaneously thrown off the boat and fucks you up and kind of just has you sit, and it's like throwing your anchor in the middle of a storm, and instead of riding out the storm, just letting all the waves crash in on you and letting all these bad thoughts and all this negative energy just kind of fuck you up and flow onto your ship and make you feel like there's just so much like bad going on, you know what I mean? And also, by the way, it's gonna get real dark, so this might just have to be like a listen type deal. But anyways, I think that we get into these moments in life where we feel like everything's all right, even if we've had problems, and that we can kind of have them in the back of our mind and we can move forward and everything is cool. But then it's like life kind of throws some shit at you that makes you remember all those things and all the not so great things that are going on in your life, and maybe all the desires that you have that haven't been fulfilled yet, or all the goals and wishes that you have, and what's it called? And then you kind of, it's like you're moving, and then you take a step back and you're like, yeah, this does suck, what the hell? And then you kind of get caught in this, like, the storm, really, and you just give fear all this space to exist, and like all this like time that could be used for 20 million other things. Is this like foggy? Yeah, and it is so frustrating, and this is something I'm like actively have been going through, but currently right now I'm in one of those catch-ups, and I did pull a tarot card, just like what is like making me so stagnant right now, and it was just this message literally about the flow of life can progress you so much until you get caught up by that one fear that sounds a little too real, you know what I mean? But whether that be literally real or like real as fuck, you know what I mean? And also check out the moon, real cool, real awesome. Where the fuck was I don't know. I think we get caught up so fast in these stupid fears, and I'm one of those people. I didn't used to be like this, but I fully believe that fear is just imagination. It is making assumptions. It is everything like that, as real as it could sound, or like even if you're trying to make up a scenario that like you think is closest to what's gonna happen or anything, it's so not. Like, it is such bullshit. You're not benefiting yourself in any way by letting yourself get scared over your own imagination. And I understand it gets so hard to get out of that, like to get out of this, like, how do I explain this? Get out of this, like, repetition of thoughts, because it's just like this other being is like inside your body and is just causing you to just like hit the same, like they just throw the same fear at you over and over again. And even if that's like in different ways, like just different words, same thing, like, oh, but this is gonna happen, oh, but they think this, oh, but if you do that, then this happens. Like, it is just so ridiculous, and I know it gets so exhausting to, like, have to deal with that. And so I think it is so important to focus on what puts you back in that flow state, even if it takes a second to, like, get back into it. There's always something that you can do that is loving yourself more than hating yourself. You know what I mean? And I know, like, also I just want to say, like, think about, like, what has separated you from getting what you want. It's always fear. Like, sorry. It's always just this. Again, the sky looks really cool. Sorry. Okay, that it didn't really capture the picture, but it's fine. Oh man, where was I? I often hear people say, well, right when you're about to get what you want, it's the hardest, or the fear is like right up close and personal to your face, and it's scary. And sometimes we don't even get to what we want because we can't even face our fears in our head. And I think that it's so important to know that it's okay to do that. Like, you should not ever feel guilt or shame for thinking to yourself. Or I'll use an example, like, have a fear about something, like, oh, this is too scary, or something, or this roller coaster's too scary. And then you don't get on the roller coaster, and you don't ever have that experience, and everybody else got that experience, you know what I mean? Or the group that you're with, or, oh, this person must not like me. So what makes you think that? Like, what gave you that idea? Look at all the things that prove that they do like you, or that they do love you, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying ignore red flags, definitely don't do that, but don't let your assumptions, like your fears, turn into assumption, or your assumptions, you know what I'm saying, like, discourage you in any way. And don't let your shadow, like, throw down this anchor and make all this water, like, splash in your face that isn't doing anything for you, and then you just, like, end up running away scared, like hauling ass this anchor, and you, like, run away from it. And I know this kind of sounds like I'm saying, like, run away from your fears. Sorry, that's not what I meant. I mean, like, absolutely, when you can be in a space where you can, like, love yourself about it, face your fears and love yourself, man. Like, don't talk down on yourself, and, like, don't talk to yourself like you don't deserve something or someone or anything like that. You are fully capable of being loved, and you are fully capable of loving others. And sometimes we don't always believe that, but sometimes you just gotta talk back at those voices in your head, and most of the time, honestly. And if that fear is projecting onto you something that you don't want, you don't have to take it. It's the same thing as, like I say, with the tarot card readings. Like, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Like, if this fear is saying something about you that you know in your heart is not true, like, if you just feel it in your head, not your heart, then it's not true. You don't have to take it. And you can just fucking think, actually, no, that's not true. Just, like, back to okay, and, like, say some shit back to your negative thought, and that thought will, like, fuck off for, like, a second. It might come back a few times, but that's what I mean. Like, don't get caught up in that repetition, because one day it's gonna, like, it's gonna, like, grab you. Like, it's something always grabs you, and you dwell on it a little too long, and now you're stuck in the middle of the ocean. Like, push forward and go about your business. Don't wait for the next thought. Work on something, create something, write something, go do something that you love, go talk to somebody you love. You know what I mean? I want you guys to think of yourself as, like, a pirate, And the scariest part, I bet, of sailing all the seven seas is the big old waves, and like those fucking videos of the big boats, and how they're just like they're just crashing through those big waves. Like, you can't really like get scared in that moment, especially old time pirates. Like, you gotta just get through it, and you can't stop and think about all your fears and what could happen, because there's so much that could happen. Like, you know what I mean? If you fuck up, like, if you don't just go with the flow. And not saying when people don't fuck up, obviously we all fuck up, but if they just start running around in circles, I bet it wouldn't end that well. And if they can, like, they know what to do, like, they're like pulling the ropes and all the things, and they get through that. And then instead of sitting there focusing on what's getting damaged and stuff like that, like, they wait till they get to clear seas, clear waters, and then they can themselves put down the anchor, and they can repair everything that they need to repair, and they can be calm with themselves and kind with themselves, and be like, oh, we gotta do this, gotta do that. You know what I mean? And I think that we should all do that. Look, man, fear fucking sucks, and it's something we're all gonna have to deal with. Like, I've been nervous just fucking making this video, because every time I say something, I'm like, I could have said that way better. Like, that car fast. I could have. Sometimes I feel like when I talk, people have to decode what I'm saying, but not in like a smart way, but in like a what the hell? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, like, there's fear in everything, and I guess in a way, fear is trying to protect us, but it's trying to protect us from getting hurt in some way, whether that be getting embarrassed or literally like emotional pain or physical pain, all the things. And that's okay, but if we just live in fear all the time, then we're never gonna experience like getting hurt. And I think that getting hurt in a way is like a good thing. It's part of it. You know what I mean? Like, we all have to get hurt sometime, because that's what kind of puts us in a position of, oh man, there's a lot of cars coming. Hold on. I think if we gave into fear all the time, we would have no time for growth. We wouldn't be able to grow for shit, because if we're just like, oh yeah, that is too scary, or oh yeah, they do probably think like that, or whatever, like, then we can't face that unknowing. You know what I mean? It's a trip though, because going into things with fear, like a chest full of fear, you just go into something and you're just reacting. You know what I mean? You're not creating anything. You're not, like I said, growing. You're just like defense and survival. And that's not really doing too much for you. I'm gonna be completely honest. I myself, oh my goodness, loud ass car. I myself have been struggling with this fear of just going completely sober, which sounds a little interesting. Like, that doesn't really, I don't know if that makes like sense, but it's the embarrassment of saying no to something, or like the embarrassment of ruining the good time, like not having a good time, because I definitely have had this perception in my life that, not my life, like these days especially, that in order to be like the good 20-year-old that I am, or a good friend, and all, and like a cool kid, a cool cat, like, I have to drink, I have to smoke, I have to drop shit, you know what I mean? And I've gotten to a point where I've even realized caffeine isn't even doing anything for me, you know what I mean? But after getting over my ego and realizing for me that I don't feel like I'm a good friend if I'm consuming things or doing things that don't make me feel good. Good friend, good family member, anything like that. Because I want to be my best self, my highest self when I'm around people that I love. And I don't want to be droopy. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to be a little mean, because I feel like when I don't feel good, I don't act good. You know what I mean? And I bet some people relate to that, but maybe not everybody. Some people can hold it together a little better. But yeah, guys, I definitely think that faith is the opposite of fear, or I think that it can eat fear. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, or most of the time, instead of just kind of looking at this thought or this mean little fear thought that gets popped in my head about whatever that makes me feel like shit, I will counter it with the exact opposite, or what I want to happen. You know what I mean? And then, especially if this is like, I use an example like going into an interview or something, and maybe I haven't been in an interview in a while, and I'm like, oh, I might fuck up. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to say. And then I'm just like, actually, I want this to go really well, so I'm just going to be myself. That's nothing too. It's just being yourself, because a lot of times fear is just like, it's like trying to protect you from embarrassment, but like embarrassment of what? Of like being who I am, whatever that means, even if it's like a little goofy, a little stupid, you know. I like, it's okay. Like, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't want to be around people who don't love that part of me anyways, because that's a part of me. I want someone to love all the pieces and parts of me. You know what I mean? And I hope the same for all of you guys, because then you really feel like a whole person, you know? I guess the biggest takeaway that I want you guys to get from this is to not give up. And even if it's just like you against you, you know what I mean? Like, you really are your own worst enemy, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it's good. It's cool though, because you know exactly how to defeat your enemy. You know what I mean? And by defeat, I mean like, you can say all the nice things when he wants to say all the mean things, and then you can you take the nice things, you fuck with them a little bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you feel lonely in that area, like, you just feel like your fears keep kind of, like, it's like when you like open a trap door and then like a bunch of spooky arms come out and like scary sounds happen, and they're just like pulling you in. Like, that shit really feels like quicksand sometimes. And it's easy to fall in. Like, don't even get me wrong, I get it, guys. Like, I wouldn't be making this video if I wasn't having a hard day. It's hard, again, especially when it's like your fears are like, they're so, it's sent it to you. It's so good at like picking things out of your day or what you're seeing and what you're hearing, and using it against you. Like, if you have a desire for something, someone, anything, like, there will be days where it seems like every little thing got picked out that could possibly go wrong, and it's like you're seeing it, but you're not really seeing it. Like, you're not really seeing it, dog. It's, people do say, like, right before you get what you get, like, you're kind of just like in this slingshot where you're like pulled all the way back, and then all the way, you're so far back from what you want. It's over here, and you're all the way back here, and you're like, what the fuck? And you could just hop on off, but if you just stay on it, dude, just ride it out, just sit in that like uncomfortable like anchor one day, or could be the same day, dog. Like, you fucking just are like, all right, I'm gonna sit here, and then it all of a sudden gets released, and you are just thrown right back into what you want, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. And I hope that for you guys, I really do, because we all deserve that. And the future's hella scary, because we can only like imagine up to a certain degree, and sometimes it's like it's fucking scary to just even imagine, because that's where like fear gets into it. So I guess that's a good reason to stay in the moment. You know what I'm saying? It is always a great idea to stay right in the moment and fuck the rest. You know what I mean? Like, you'll get there when you get there. But if you are, I wanted to put you down, but I can't really. Okay, never mind. If you stay in the moment, just work on you and making yourself feel good, and like decompressing yourself all the time and working on your skills and shit. You won't have to sit down and think about all your fears and then go into survival mode and just ruin your day. And then I truly think that we wouldn't have our desires unless it was possible to reach those desires. You know what I mean? And hey, who's to say like that slingshot gets like released and you get to that point and you're just still in survival mode. You have it right in front of you, but you're just so scared. You know what I mean? And I've been there too, and I just don't ever want to experience that again. I don't ever want to be in a moment where I'm scared and then I just sit in fear and I like act on fear and I get all scared and I like miss out. Well, you know, you can a lot of times you can work your way through it, but it's in the moment you'll miss out because you won't be like as happy as you possibly could be. Yeah, like when the whole gang goes on like a roller coaster and you're like, you're just like too scared to get on the roller coaster, and then everybody gets off the roller coaster and you're just like, it's like, huh. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would definitely go on that roller coaster. I wouldn't go on the drop tower, but I would go on the roller coaster. I would definitely go on the roller coaster. You guys want to see me do a pull-up? Hold on. I'll end the video after this, but I think I deserve your attention for this. Yeah. You ready? Oh, damn, I can't squeeze in. Oh, wait, right here. Last time I was here, a cop came up to me and got mad at me for being on the playground. Not really. He was looking for somebody. Yeah. We're both. That was it, guys. That was the pull-up. Maybe I'll do another pull-up for you guys. Wrong way. One day. But yeah, guys, that is the video tonight. I'm gonna see if I can get this uploaded today, so you guys get 2 videos as a little treat for being so good. Treating a little cookie for being so good. Okay, I'm gonna head out, guys. I love you guys very much. Merry Christmas.